Once upon a time, in the tiny town of Noodleburg, there lived a mischievous squirrel named Sammy. Sammy wasn't your ordinary squirrel. He had an insatiable craving for spaghetti. Not acorns, not berries, just spaghetti. One day, Sammy decided to raid Mrs. Thompson's kitchen. Mrs. Thompson was known for making the best spaghetti in town, and Sammy had been eyeing her window for weeks. Armed with a tiny fork he found in the trash, he sneaked in through the open window and made his way to the pot of steaming spaghetti on the stove. Just as Sammy was about to dive in, Mrs. Thompson walked in. Startled, Sammy grabbed the whole pot and bolted out the window, leaving a trail of spaghetti behind him. Mrs. Thompson stood in shock, watching as the squirrel lugged the pot across her yard. Word spread quickly, and soon the entire town of Noodleburg was talking about the spaghetti-stealing squirrel. Determined to catch him, the townsfolk set up traps with bowls of spaghetti. But Sammy was too clever. He outsmarted them every time. One day, the mayor of Noodleburg, Mr. Cabbage, called an emergency town meeting. "We can't let a squirrel make a mockery of us," he declared. The townsfolk agreed to set up a spaghetti festival to lure Sammy out. The festival was a hit. People came from neighboring towns to taste the famous Noodleburg spaghetti. As everyone enjoyed the feast, Sammy couldn't resist and made an appearance. But instead of catching him, the townsfolk cheered and crowned him the honorary Spaghetti King. From that day on, Sammy became a beloved figure in Noodleburg. Every year, the town celebrated Sammy's spaghetti festival, and Sammy always had the first bite. And Mrs. Thompson? She made sure to leave a bowl of spaghetti by the window just for him. And so, Sammy lived happily ever after, with all the spaghetti he could ever want.